Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Walk with the wise and you will become wise, for a companion of fools suffers destruction. Proverbs 13 and verse 20. On a journey, your company is very important. And this can be the journey of life, it can be the journey of destiny, the journey of faith, but particularly on the journey of finance is what we are talking about today. You heard me talk about mindset, the mindset of winners, the mindset of people that are financially prosperous. But beyond mindset, there is also your companion and the people that you surround yourself with. My spiritual father puts it this way: the person who is not going in your direction does not deserve your attention. If you are planning to be a millionaire, you can't be hanging around with people who are happy to be on benefits, right? You need to be able to walk with people that are going in the same direction. And that's why this session, I want to talk about choosing intentionally who we decide to have around us on the journey to our financial success and our financial freedom. We must choose our friends wisely. We must choose them. They don't choose us, we choose them. And we choose who to keep around us. There is no vacuum. Those around you are either adding or taking away from you. Amos 3:3 says, "Can two walk together except they agree?" It's important that we don't just allow anyone around us to take up space in our life, take up our emotions, take up our feelings, take up our finances, take up, space in our mind if they are not adding positively to it. So how do you choose wise association, particularly in the area of finance and finance discipline? Number one, you want to be looking out at what this friend or companion that you want to journey with, what they consume. Who are they listening to? Who are their counselors? Are their counselors wise or are their counselors foolish? We've talked about that in previous sessions. Are they constantly consuming social media, or are they for banter and for jokes, or are they consuming social media for educational content? Are they looking at movies just for entertainment, or are they looking at things that will influence them positively? Are they moved easily by flashy lifestyles online? If they are easily led astray and have bad counselors, it is true that it will affect what they think. But not only that, if they become your friend, it will also ultimately affect what you think. The truth is, according to the scripture that we read, evil company, bad company will affect you ultimately. What are they saying? What are they always talking about? Are they talking about doing things the right way? Are they talking about investing? Are they talking about making good moves for their financial future? Or are they just looking at new cars and how to get the designer shoes, designer labels, how to do things on finance, looking at their neighbor? My neighbor has a 2025 Tesla. I've got to get one too. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. We see that in Luke 6:45. So you can tell by what the person is saying, you can tell what they are consuming. The other thing we're to look at is also how they behave. It's not just words, but what are their actions saying? Do their actions match up with the financial decisions that they've spoken about from a good point of view? Are they disciplined? Many people will say, "Yeah, I want to do this. I want to have financial security. I want to, stop spending. I want to stop borrowing, stop taking out loans." But actually, what they are doing is different from what they're saying. They are applying for the next loan, applying for more credit. They are taking cars out on finance. They are, stretching themselves beyond their means. And they actually, in reality, have no plan for the future, although they might be speaking about it. So it's not just about what they consume, but it's also about how they behave. And by the way, whilst we're talking about good company, please ensure that you also are a form of good company. Ensure that you are equally intentional about the things that you're doing. Don't be that friend that people are running away from and people are saying, actually, no, I don't want to hang around with her. I don't want to hang around with him. He's not adding to my life positively. Don't be that friend that needs to be cut off, because ultimately, once you see and you address these different behaviors, attitudes, what people say, the next step is to cut people off. I'm sorry, but if they are not going in your direction, you don't need to be walking with them. We must choose to cut away from friendships and things that hold us down, that weigh us down, that hold us back, that hinder us from moving forward. The Bible tells us in Psalms chapter 1, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. You might say, oh, but my friend is not a thief. My friend is not an armed robber. Then my friend is not, a murderer. My friend is not, doing anything sinful. Actually, sitting in the seat of the scornful, if they are the kind of person that are going to scorn at you because you have decided to be financially disciplined, if they're the kind of person that's going to laugh at you because you decided to drive your 5 or 10-year-old car until it runs into the ground, instead of going to get something on finance, that is the seat of the scornful. So we need to choose to cut them off. The other thing that we need to do if we are looking to go with the right people is choose to connect with the right influence. If you've cut off the bad influence, we need to put in and make a circle of good influence around us. Someone might say, I've done number 1, I've assessed my friends, I've done number 2, I've cut off the wrong people, but now I'm all alone. I don't have anybody to go on this financial journey with me. Well, this is where I must state that whilst it is great to have positive influences near you and in your immediate circle, friends that you can speak to, pick up the phone, the truth is that distance is actually not a barrier, neither is it a limitation. Many of us think about social media from or online from a point of consuming, jokes and movies and, entertainment. We overlook the positive influence of online influencers, coaches, and even books. Authors that have written, that have taken time out, some people years, to write in depth on certain topics. I want to tell you that you can literally bring a person into your circle. Yes, you can bring Jeff Bezos, you can bring Warren Buffett, you can bring whoever it is that you think, is successful in finance. You can bring them into your circle by consuming their profitable and helpful content. I remember when I was growing up, I say growing up, but when I was in uni and into my early work days, there was a particular spiritual mother of mine. I used to listen to her preachings non-stop. I remember there was a time I was working about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half away, and I used to drive. And I would listen to this woman's preachings non-stop. I mean, I could literally almost quote the preaching, quote the teaching word for word, to the point that when I would speak, I couldn't speak a few words without quoting her. The same applies even not just from a spiritual point of view and from, preaching, but even from finances. These words that we listen to, they ultimately shape our lives. Those words I was listening to shaped my life. They shaped how I thought. They shaped the things that I did. It shaped the decisions that I made. And so you can do the same. Get positive, good influences, no matter how far they are. Read their books, listen to their teachings, go on YouTube. YouTube is literally filled with infinite number of success stories. One of my mothers, the same woman that I've been talking about, she says the success of champions is in their stories. You need to listen to their stories. And so I'm saying to you, look for those that have been tried and tested as well. Not people that are just online trying to do clickbait, trying to get views for the sake of views. No, people that have been on the journey for long. People that you can see their manifestation in terms of what they say, what they do. You can see their growth. And of course, as you consume, as you read, as you ingest this information, you become that kind of person. But you know what's even better? You begin to attract such people that think like that around you, because ultimately you look like what you look at. And as you continue to look at the right things, you become the right person. And other people who admire that which is in you, which is similar to theirs, will also be attracted to you. And last but not least, I want to say that you can also not underestimate the place of prayer, praying for God to bring the right influence around you. I personally, there have been certain influential people that I've wanted to actually get around. And, in one way or another, God has led and ordered my steps. And these people that I thought were so far away have actually become numbers in my phone. They've become contacts in my phone that I can actually call and I can actually speak to. The truth is, I'm also minded as a finance professional, as someone who's a finance coach. Many people are that come my way, and I'm reminded as a spiritual being, because remember, this is business, faith, and finance. I'm reminded that people are led to me. I am led to them. Our interactions are not just ordinary. They are supernatural. And so God is able to bring us those connections that we need. God is able to bring those positive influences around you, whether it's your friend next door. I hope you do have one close by, but even if it's not, if it's that mentor, if it's that person from afar, I know that God can lead you to the right sources of wisdom, of information, of knowledge that you need to help you on your journey. And so my question to you as I end today's session, on your finance journey, who are you going with? You can only go as far as the company that you keep. This has been Business, Faith, and Finance with Benedicta.